This week was very productive. A lot of things happened. I feel like every single week so far for a couple months now is just big change after big change after big change. And this week was no different. It is the day after shopping and I am popping in to say I am heading very quickly to a job interview. And that is somewhat exciting because I did not think that I was gonna get a job interview for maybe months. I got bills to pay, so need a job. So hopefully that goes well. And outfit check, I got this really cute bunnies and stuff on it. So I got a really cute corporate girly top on and a really nice little bomber jacket there. And new glasses. Very cute, quirky, creative, girly, and jeans, because that's all I have. And I was not up for pants shopping, so let's go see if we get a job. So I just got out of the interview. It did go well. He said he is interviewing other candidates and he will let me know by Friday. But he was very kind, and he did say to reassure any worries of mine that the interview did go stellar. So that's good. At least I can know, even if I don't get the job, that at least the interview went well. He was curious why I was pivoting a completely different direction. I had a whole lot of skills for this job. We did address that, and I think it's helpful that I've had so much time and so much distance between the jobs that were the dream jobs, and now I'm looking for stability. Stability beats insanity by a mile, for me at least. I am gonna go to PetSmart? I don't know. I'm gonna go somewhere. We're gonna go do something else and then head home. Keep looking for bunny houses, and I love the idea of a cat den, but I didn't love any of these, so I might just make that a DIY project. It is January 16th, and things are very much still a mess. I was starting to edit the last video last night, and it feels like I've made a lot of progress, and it looks like I've taken a whole bunch of steps backwards. So that's a little frustrating, but it's gotta get worse before it gets better, I guess. So today, the goal is I got a bed frame, and so my hope is to at least set up the bed frame and feel like an adult and not a child sleeping on the floor. So that's the goal. And then after that, the bathroom is a mess. The office is definitely still a mess. But I'm gonna pop in here real quick to say I did get the call back about the job on Friday of last week. And while excited, that was also the day after my cat. And that is emotional whiplash. So if I sound weird about it, or if I sound any kind of way about it, just know that it's because the circumstances were absolutely bonkers. The circumstances are bonkers. There's only so much emotional whiplash a person can take, you know? But I got a job. I got a job, a remote job. Hooray, hooray. Excitement, relief, a little bit of fear. There's always a little bit of fear starting a new job, hoping you do well. But we landed a job, and that is the important thing. So I think bed frame first, organizing this in a way that is livable for work from home, because that's going to be distracting to be sitting here while trying to work. Goals. We have goals for the day. Responsible for this choice, but everything is wrapped in this webbing, and it doesn't like rip easily like paper or even very, very thin foam can do. And it's just making it really annoying to unpack this thing. I just had to note that. If you're ever a furniture packing company, don't do this. It's annoying. And we continue. I am almost done, but then my drill died. I just have to wait for it to charge. And then I just have to screw the slats in, and then I am all done with the bed frame. Woo! And now I have to clean up all of this. So this is my cable collection. It was spread across like 4 different bins, at least, probably more. And then a bunch of finding 1 or 2 cables in other boxes. So I spent a little bit just organizing them and sorting them. This has already been incredibly helpful. Ooh, this was a huge game changer, changing my shower head. This is one of those little luxuries that I do not skip now when I move to a new place. Especially since the standard shower head in this apartment came without one of those detachable hose things. And I don't know how you wash the shower without one of those. Do you just tip the head in different directions? Like, what do you do? So this next day, I let Bunny roam free in the bedroom for a little while so he could get out of his pen and see somewhere new for a little bit. Was fun at first, but then it came time to put Bunny back in his home, and he understandably did not want to go. He kept trying to hide under the bed while I was trying to like pick him up and put him back in his carrier, and I tried everything to try and lure him into the carrier by his own free will, try and leave the room and make it his idea, that kind of stuff. Nothing was working. It was just proving to be a huge challenge to get him out, and so after an hour and a half of trying, I was very over it. We learned a lot here today. I was so mad by the end of that because I am used to cats, and especially right now because I am grieving the loss of my cat. I was just so angry, not at him, but at the situation, because I am used to cats. But with the bunny, I just felt very powerless. And if you're a bunny person and you know like a go-to way to lure a bunny out from underneath a bed, let me know, because I've got to learn how to speak bunny language now. And I don't know, it was just a moment where I really missed my cat, and I really missed having a cat instead of a bunny. And I do intend to, when the time is right and when I have grieved and when that cat can be its own separate identity and I'm no longer always comparing to Monkey, I do want to get another cat. But right now is not that time. Right now, I would just be so mad that they're not Monkey. And this was one of those moments where I just wanted my cat. So that was really sad and really frustrating. And that started the day. So instead, I changed plans that day and kind of embraced the annoyance of the day and did all of the annoying things, like that nightmare of a closet, if you remember from the last video. It is Tuesday the 19th. It is so cold outside, and my heater is not keeping up, so that's fun. Yesterday was a day of annoyances. It was just a bad day. So I was like, you know what? If today's gonna be the day of tiny annoying things, I am going to take on the tasks. I've put them off because they're hard, but I need to do them. Probably one of the harder parts is my photo library. So I am archiving everything from when I moved up to Baltimore. I'm gonna sort through it more thoroughly another time. So I was archiving photos and deleting ones that hurt and saving all the monkey pictures that I can. And I even moved on to my iPad, so all of my art files are gonna be backed up. Then I'm gonna do the same thing of everything that's from an era that hurts off my iPad. But in order to do all that, you need to be in a mood that allows for a lot of annoyance. So that was yesterday. Yesterday was annoyance day. And so waking up today, it was just like an annoyance hangover. it's still a mess in here and it's still frustrating, and that only added to my annoyance of just like, it's just such a mess and it's been such a mess for weeks now. Yeah, so sometimes you just have to have an annoyance day, but sometimes you can make that worth your while, at least, of like, if things are gonna be annoying, I might as well give into it and do the annoying things so that I know it's gonna be annoying, but it's gonna work for me. So that's where we're at. And adding to the annoying things, I also set up and tested my printers, including, at first I thought I had to restock literally all of my stickers. That would have been a huge pain in a whole lot of ways. I had searched and searched and I couldn't find where they were packed, but finally I found them. So luckily I didn't have to print more, but printers are never cooperative. So dealing with printers is always a task. And then I made this cake thing as a prototype for a product. We'll see if it ever becomes a thing. Okay, so I am parked outside the coffee shop where I'm going to have a follow-up and learn more about what the job actually pays and all of the details of it, and sign paperwork for it, hopefully. I'm trying to not get too excited before, you know, all the chickens hatch, but we're getting closer. We're getting tantalizingly closer. So that's pretty cool. That is cool. That is good news. That is progress. Okay, we just got out of talking with our new boss. I got a job, so that's good. I was suppressing any excitement because I was like, something's gonna go wrong. I'm either not gonna get it, or it's not gonna be enough pay, or it's not gonna be enough hours, or like something is gonna go wrong. And so I wasn't counting those chickens before they are hatched. And now they have hatched. I have little chicklings, and now I just have to grow them into fully realized chickens. This is where the metaphor falls apart. But great news, I have a job. Now I am at the grocery store picking up extra groceries / supplies because it is supposed to be a big storm this weekend. I've gotten texts from everybody of like, hey, it's gonna be a big storm, stock up. As I speak, it is Saturday and my hair looks a little bit different. Next week's video is gonna be my let's change things on purpose, a little bit of a makeover. And if it doesn't snow till late enough today, I get to go do something exciting. But I will keep that for the next video. Wish me luck.